Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Sunday Sips Podcast. I am your host, E.
And I'm your host, Dariona.
Oh, what is up, you guys? Your favorite Sunday vibe with your new favorite duo.
Period.
What is up, girl?
Pause. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. That is Instagram, TikTok, and we are on all platforms. So make sure you tap it in.
Yes.
Tap it in.
Sunday Sips Podcast _ And then make sure you just follow and subscribe on a platform. That's Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, etc.
We're going to community here.
Here we go.
Yes. Bam. Thank you, ma'am.
We look good as fuck. I can't help.
No, we look great. No, we look great.
You look really good.
We look good. We look so golden.
I still got my tan from Miami.
I still got my tan from. Girl, I've been getting a tan.
Yeah.
The tan is tanning.
The tan is tanning. I've been really brown.
Yeah.
But what has been up? It's been a little minute. So first, we need to catch up.
Y'all, we have not been on the podcast. This is our second episode. We have not been on the podcast for what, 2 months now?
No, it ain't been that long.
It's been that long. Remember, our first episode was in May because it was like...
Oh, you know, we actually recorded way before we actually dropped. So it has been a little minute since we actually been in the studio. Okay, yeah.
Yes, and like so much has been happening.
So much has happened. A lot of good. Somebody just celebrated a birthday. Oh, yeah. That's, you know what's crazy? That wasn't even a part of a lot of good. But I just celebrated my birthday. You guys already know if you follow me on social media. I really wasn't that big on it this year. Mm-hmm. But sheesh. I felt very grateful, very full. I got a lot of heartfelt messages, like text messages this year. Mm-hmm. And that really just, oh my God, like it just made my heart so full. Like, I don't know why, but it just meant the world to me to know that, like, I don't know, like just to hear people express so much good that they feel like around me or like my energy and my aura. And it's like, it's been a big thing for me, you know, as a woman on my journey and just as a person in general, to just really be mindful of the energy that I'm putting out.
Absolutely.
And, you know, of course, in our mind, we always think we're doing good or, you know, I'm a good person or this and that. But to actually,
it's being confirmed.
You know, have somebody affirm you and confirm that, like, you know, you're like, to really just give my flowers. Like, it just felt good.
You deserve it.
It felt really good. And my heart was so full. And I was like, man, it was really good. So.
You deserve it, girl. At the end of the day, you deserve it. You are beautiful. You're amazing. I tell you all the time that I love you. And I'm proud of you. Yes. I'm so happy.
I was very, very excited.
Y'all, so we just went to Miami in June.
You did.
We went to Miami in June. We had a good time.
Miami was a time.
Do you want to tell the people about the times?
Miami was an experience, honey. 10 out of 10 recommend.
10 out of 10. The hotel, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like I feel like everything about our stay, and let's just rewind real quick. So I'm not really vocal about this unless you know me in real life. This was like my first time on a plane, first time on vacation. Yes. And it was a vibe. I had a time. It was definitely a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I think we made like some fire choices before we went as far as like where we were staying.
Yes.
What we wanted to do, where we wanted to like go eat. And even when we made like last minute decisions on like stuff to do there, it was just very, if I could describe it in one word, for me, luxurious.
I was about to say luxe. Okay?
It was definitely giving Lux. It was giving Lux. I mean,
literally
hotel,
it took the word out of my mouth. Lux. It was giving high quality. It was giving high class.
High class.
It was giving that girl. Okay.
Yes. It was fire. Like it was fire.
Yes,
definitely if you go to Miami, what would you say? The Kimpton
Hotel.
Epic Hotel, downtown Miami.
Oh.
And I mean, everybody from service, just the look, our room, the floor, the view. Oh my God.
It was so nice. Like when I say it was so nice, you walk in and it just smelled good. Every time we walk in,
it smells super
Every time we walk in there, it smelled so good. Like the people there were so like accommodating.
They were.
And we just met so many like nice people. Very nice men. And I don't know, we just had just good energy the whole time.
Good energy the whole time. Very relaxing. It was very beautiful.
Peaceful.
It was a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. We did have one ghetto ass day. The second day was ghetto, but you know what? I manifested that day. I manifested that day.
You lightweight did.
I kept saying because our trip was so like luxe and bougie and relaxed. I said I need one ghetto ass day.
You definitely
one
said that.
Ghetto ass
God,
day.
you did,
and I got it.
You did. You did.
I got it, you guys. Like I was spare y'all the details.
Oh, let's take a sip.
Take a sip.
Cheers.
Episode 2.
Cause y'all,
baby,
it was ghetto.
It was ghetto. Day 2 was ghetto as hell. I got robbed, scammed, bamboozled.
Oh my God.
All in the second day.
Yo, the way you say it.
But I manifested it. I swear I manifested it. The power of the tongue is so real.
It is very real.
And nonetheless, it was still an experience. Like looking back, it's a funny story to tell. But in the moment, whoo, baby, I was heated.
Yeah.
I was heated. I was sad. But long story short, you guys, beware of the fucking Bayside market.
Oh my God, Bayside. Don't go to Bayside. No, I'm not going to say that because I feel like everybody's experience is different, but beware.
Girl, that shit was ghetto.
No, beware. Beware. Definitely beware.
We saw somebody fighting on the way out.
Oh my God. We
remember that?
Yes.
No, it was ghetto. Beware of the Bayside market.
Beware of the Bayside market. Hey, yo, tag that. Beware of the Bayside market.
It was ghetto, but it was very... It was an experience. Like I'm so happy. Like you see, well, for me personally, and I know y'all can relate on the gram. You see a lot of people like post like Miami test friendships.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I'm like, why do people say that? Why do people say that? And then my sister's like, well, you know, you can't travel with everybody, so
you cannot.
It was nothing that I ever voiced to you, but it was something that I paid attention. My first time, or paying attention to, my first time being on a plane, our first time really like traveling, and like, you know, that was just a different experience.
How was that? How was it for you?
What?
Like us interacting like that? Like how was that? Like out of state?
I felt like I was with one of my sisters.
Aww.
Yeah, like it was very. I felt like I was with my sisters.
So
I had a good time. I fucking loved Nikki Beach.
Nikki Beach was so fun.
Nikki Beach.
It was a nice time.
Was the highlight.
It was a vibe for sure.
It was.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was.
I like that place. It was
how was Miami for you?
I enjoyed it. I swear. First of all, I've been to Miami a couple times, and my experiences were not the best. Okay, I would say that it wasn't the best because we'll talk about that later. But it wasn't the best. But this was like my first time going with a woman, and I don't know. I was just really excited. I didn't think that it was going to be anything like awkward or weird, anything between us, because I'm like how we are. So I was just, to me, it met the expectations of what I knew we were going to be, you know, how our interactions is.
It was so like spur of the moment. Like it was so random. Literally just like
let's book a flight, let's go.
Like I'm at work and she's like, you know what? I need to get out of town. I got these days off. Do you want to go out of town? And I'm just like, you know what? If not now, when? What the fuck it? Where do you want to go?
And you never been on a plane before, so it's kind of just like, yeah, it's time.
Yes, it was very.
It was another little check off the list.
Yes,
it was a check off the list, girl.
And oh my gosh, y'all. The plane ride for me was, it honestly was not that bad. Like
I think it was just the whole getting to there and just the whole like getting on the plane.
I think it was more so the airport for me itself.
Yeah,
like it was just a lot going on there and back. It was a lot going on. It really like triggered my anxiety a bit.
It can be overwhelming, especially when it's like your first time flying and you're not used to like TSA and all of that, and that long ass line.
Oh yeah,
that we were in. Shout out to my man, okay?
Shout out to the man, my man. There you go, because he pulled the strings. I'm like,
strings. Okay, yes.
Pulled the string there and back, right?
Well, there, but you know he came, picked us up,
and was just a gentleman.
Very much
so. So
But Nikki Beach was a good time. And I feel like the trip itself was a great time. I enjoyed myself. You know, one thing I would
only
say.
Complaint. And I know the complaint. I know the complaint.
The only complaint I would say is that Miami, y'all need to do something about them little ass plates.
Do something about the small ass servings.
Because I just feel like I wanted to eat. When I go out of town, I like to eat.
I felt like we was paying like $80 a plate.
No.
Serving size.
Yeah. Nothing. No, dead ass.
But the sushi was good.
Sushi was good. Sushi was good.
You actually did really good sticking to your pescatarian. I actually cracked and had some gross ass something. I don't even know. But
the
sushi was good.
Sushi was great.
Drinks were pretty good.
Drinks was good too. You didn't like your one drink that you had at that one spot?
Oh my God, what was that? Wet.
That place was really
Wet
cute.
was really if cute. You go to Miami, your next Miami trip, make sure you go to Miami Wet, Nikki Beach. Both are like an experience.
Both are really good.
A vibe. Okay? A vibe.
I would say as far as like, I think Wet is like for the experience. Just the experience. I don't think that as far as like eating food, I think that would be a great place for like cocktails. Like cocktails.
Cocktails and sushi though, because my sushi was good. Remember the girl next to me? She was tearing her sushi up.
Hey, no, she was dogging it.
She
came to the table. She was like,
yeah, like.
I'm like,
it was very pretty, and then it was random. Like we got to see a whole fashion show. That was cool.
Yeah, we did see a fashion show.
So that was fire. It was a vibe. Mm-hmm. It was.
Y'all, Erin is moving to Miami.
I'm manifesting a life in Miami.
Yeah, we can see her because I need to, come down and come pet the dog and come be in a high-rise apartment. Be the little city girl, not the city girl, but the Miami city girl. Yeah.
I am manifesting a life in Miami. I loved it. Just getting out of the airport and breathing in.
Yeah, it was really nice. The weather there the whole time was really.
It was nice. Oh my God, it was so freaking hot.
It was really hot, but it was just a good time.
It was a good time.
We just had a good time. I have like no complaints, and I feel like when I go on a trip, except for the ghetto day that we had.
The ghetto day, I was done.
The ghetto day
I was so done. I felt so bad because she ended up like, I was so done. And it was really my fault. I manifested this day and I had some ghetto ass shit happen to me. And I felt bad because like you end up going to dinner that night. I'm like, oh my God, just have like a self day, take yourself to dinner and whatever. And you end up looking really gorgeous. And I hope you had like a good dinner.
I did. Actually.
By the time you came back, I think I was knocked out.
Hey, yo, you was dead.
I was knocked out.
You was like dead.
I was so done with the day, y'all.
She was dead. Like she was tired. I'm like, girl, that girl tired. I went on the porch and I was like chilling. But no, it was a good night. And I was like, you know what? I didn't want to force you to try to come out. Because I'm like, no, come out. Because I'm like, when I go out of town, I'm like, even if it's a bad day, I'm like, come on, let's try to make the best of it. Like while we're here, let's make the best of it. But for some people, like, listen, I need to take a day because I'm like, I'm over it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to try to force you to do something that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like we grown. And I'm okay with you going and taking your time and just having a moment to yourself to like recuperate and get your mindset right. And, I had a good time at the restaurant. I had my sushi. It was expensive, but and I met somebody there. It was a nice guy. He was just up there talking to me, like just randomly.
All the men I feel like we came across were so.
They were really nice.
They were really
sweet.
Nice. Like I mean,
they was really sweet.
Very sweet.
Very nice man. Very gentleman. Very much like treated us like we were queens that we are.
Yeah.
Because
it was a vibe.
But I feel like we attract that type of energy. So it just like.
I think so. I really appreciated that. Knowing when to give somebody like their time and their space to have their moments, and not really like force onto anybody like, oh, okay, well, it was just this or it was just that, and I know that even before you had left to go to dinner that night, and you like, I'm just gonna say this, it's just materials and it's just this and that, and I'm like, oh God, just go to dinner. I was just in a mood, but I really appreciated that.
She said, oh,
just go to dinner. But I really appreciated that. And I was like, okay, Erin, relax. And then once I had got home and like, really, honestly, when I told the story, people bust out laughing, like, and that's what your ass get. And it was like,
because it's something to remember. Like,
it's something to remember.
It's something to remember. It's something to also think, like, take note, like, all right, now. Not gonna do that.
I'm going to say this. When you see them men in the alley with the little card games and gambling and shit, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't.
I'm like, Erin, come on. I'm like,
just don't do it. She was telling me, don't do it. And the little daredevil on the shoulder was just like,
I'm like, come on, don't do it. Come on now. Because they going to just keep, he just kept coming.
He just kept going.
I'm like, this is a hustler ass nigga right here.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a hustler. Excuse my language. I'm like, this is a hustling ass nigga right here.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, he out of pocket for sure.
Very out of pocket.
Very, very out of pocket for sure, for sure.
Well, what's been up with you?
With me, child, I just been really just trying to get not my aura right, but just being very intentional about like my time, like just really taking time to myself and really, cause you know, like you just had a birthday. My birthday's about to come up now.
My birthday's coming up.
And like, you know, now that we're getting older, well, I'm not gonna say getting older, we are aging gracefully. Okay,
here we go.
Aging gracefully like fine wine. And now I'm just sitting back and thinking about, you know, like Dariona, you're stepping, like you really, really step into your womanhood. I'm about to be 30, okay?
I love it.
Stepping into the woman. I've been a woman, but I'm like a grown woman.
Yes.
And I don't know, I just been really just trying to be intentional about my time and pouring into myself as much as I can and being selfish with myself at the end of the day. And, you know, dealing with like family stuff, but been going to therapy because I'm like, I had to just go to therapy. I'm like, the dump.
I was so happy to hear that you went to therapy the other day. I'm like, okay, you haven't mentioned therapy in a while. So I didn't know if you were still going, not going, or what was going on with that. But
we usually meet up around like once a month. I used to go like way more than that, but now because I'm like, I'm in a good place, I'm in a healthy mindset, and it's like I'm able to, you know, like not put myself in certain situations. So where it's like we can meet up, and then he's super busy, but you know, that's besides the point. But yeah, girl, like I always recommend for people to go to therapy because I'm like, therapy literally like saved my life. I can't stress that enough. It like literally saved my life, but also it keeps me in check on when it's time for me to like really come back to myself. Because, you know, in the moment when I'm thinking about all these other people and I'm just constantly just moving and constantly just going, I'm not just taking a moment to just be like, so my therapist had to remind me, like, you know, don't forget about yourself. Don't forget about what you need to do for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been that's what I've mostly just been focusing on, honestly. Just like focusing on me and just getting closer to God and trying to get in my content background, trying to get in my
the content, girly. Trying to get the content. People just don't understand how much of a job that is outside of life. Like content creators, the editing, the creating of the content is a whole process.
Okay. I think it'd be with me. Like I be having like all these different ideas in my mind, and then I just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this and do that, and then I do it, and then it's like I be on like a nice little, like I'll be on a run, and then I'll be like, all right, I want to do this somewhere. I feel like I be going through like with like different flows of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and sometimes I want to be inspired or feel not like it's a job. Like you don't ever want to feel like something is a job. You want to feel like, okay, I want to get up and do this today, or you know, like, oh, I gotta do some damn content today. Like I don't want to feel like that. So I just like kind of listen to myself or listen to my spirit. My spirit be like, record a video or record or do something. Like today it did.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like I'm in a space where it's like I don't want to force myself to do anything.
Yes.
I was scrolling on Instagram and it was saying like, don't ever be in an energy of rushing. You know, rushing is too much to forcing, and it's like it's not supposed to happen. You know, don't go or push yourself in the energy of rushing to get there, rushing to get this done, rushing to do this, rushing to do that. Like that is a forceful energy. You know, that's going against your natural flow of things of life.
And it's never on your time. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's never on your time. Like we say we want to do this X, Y, and Z, and we try to rush and do that, but it's like that's not what God wants. You have to go with God's timing.
Yeah,
for everything.
Divine time.
Yes, the divine timing. Okay.
So, and it's so funny because you mentioned therapy because while we were actually out in Miami, it's so crazy how the universe works. But I met a life coach. And I have been talking to God and talking to myself and just like voicing out loud, like, damn, like I would just love a life coach. Not so much a therapist because I feel like with me, I'm the type of person, like I just try to utilize different things as far as therapy. And then like, I'm more so like if I need to talk to people, that helps me pour into the people or into the relationships that I have with people around me, like us or my sisters, my mom, even just with God or myself. But y'all know how I am on free therapy on my podcast, which shout out to Talk Tenor. Make sure y'all follow me.
Shout out to Talk Tenor. Follow, listen, tap in.
You know, I'm big on like the gym, journaling, you know, just really pouring into myself. But I wanted an actual life coach to help with other sectors of my life, my financial, even when it comes to balancing like work and business and friendships and just keeping myself grounded, to have someone who is of the same like mind, and just to be like that mentor.
Yeah, someone who's like ahead of you.
Yeah, like I just was asking God for that. And y'all, I was literally, I think you were asleep that morning in Miami, and I didn't want to wake you up. And we had a beautiful hotel. We literally would just go up to the rooftop for breakfast. And I went up there by myself, and this guy, Sean, shout out to him, because he actually tunes in. He follows the pod, both of them, and he tunes in.
Hey, Sean.
And he was sitting across at another table from me, and he just literally spoke to me, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a life coach," and I'm like,
how do you know how God be working? Don't he be working?
So we actually got a chance to talk and converse, and we are actually in the works of working together as him being my mentor, my life coach. So that I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy about that, because I feel like I'm stepping into my grown woman. I just turned 29, and I'm in a new space, literally.
Congratulations to the space.
Oh, thank you.
The big move. Y'all, Erin's doing so many good things right now, and I'm so happy for you, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes, love it.
I feel like I'm moving very quietly this time around. With everything that I have going on, I have literally protected the energy so well, and God has protected me while protecting everything that I got going on. So it's like it's a lot going on behind the scenes, and then it's like I want to put it out there, and then it's like God kind of somehow it's not the time, you know, like
sometimes it's not for everybody to know. Sometimes it's sacred. It's for you. You know, it's for you. It's your wins, and of course we want to share our wins with people, but sometimes it doesn't. You don't need that. Not saying you don't want that, but sometimes like God's like, this is just between me and you.
Yeah,
I'm working on you right now.
Yeah.
You getting these wins, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what
Sometimes
matters.
God say, not right now. Don't tell everybody right now. We ain't gonna put it out right now. But yeah, I've just been in a really, really good space. I've been really, really happy, and I've actually been okay with not sharing that happiness with everybody. And my birthday being one of those things, because I think you and a couple other people were just like, well, you're not gonna do anything, or you didn't do this, or you didn't want to do that. And it was like,
I get that though.
It was something that I couldn't explain. Like only God knew that, like, hey, I'm in a whole different space energetically. And I just want to take this time to not be hard on myself, just relax, and honestly just like soak in this energy, and really just be grateful, show my gratitude to God, to just really be in this space mentally, physically, spiritually, with everything I have going on around. Like I just felt really, really good.
Yes.
And I want to be a little selfish and not really share,
as you should, girl,
that with anybody, though I surround myself with some of the most beautiful people, energetically, spiritually, physically. And I felt really good. I felt good. Like though, I think that's why the text meant so much, because I didn't want to do anything with anybody or just anything, period. So when everybody kind of gave me my flowers, like I feel like God made sure everybody that I love showed me that they love me too.
Yes.
And that's what it was.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about doing stuff or going crazy for your birthday. Sometimes it's the simple things, you know, just like having people that care about you, that love you, that see your growth, that want to affirm that, want to give, like you said, give you your flowers, and just want to pour into you. Like I said, girl, you deserve the pouring, okay? Like you deserve it. You work hard, you do a hell of a job at what you do. So you deserve all of that.
You do really good too. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You've just been on your shit lately. How is everything with school?
School is school, okay? School is school. If y'all don't know, I'm trying to get my real estate license, y'all. And it's like, it's been a journey for me, honestly. And I just been like really studying. That's why I just been like going to the gym, working, and just like really just studying. And sometimes when we do stuff, but honestly, I just been like really like on my ground for real, for real. And I'm like, I really want to pass this test. Like I've given myself a timeline, but also I gave it to God. Like, God, I want this. You know, I want this, and I'm going to put in the effort towards it. So that's just what I've been doing. Literally, like that's just what I've been doing. And just trying to be consistent with it too. Because sometimes, you know, we'll fall off, but I'm like, no, I want this. I have to make this happen. I've envisioned this and I have to see it. I have to see it through. Like, I cannot. It's just the resilience in me. Like, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta keep doing. I gotta keep doing it.
What is something that you feel like we, like, as women should normalize more stepping into our womanhood? Like, I feel like with me, and I kind of voiced it on social media not too long ago, that I'm been like in a season of self.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I feel like in this season, I've had like a lot of time by myself. And it's so unfortunate when I talk, and it's really, I just feel like my energy has just been, or my aura has just been glowing. Because I'm very to myself, but at work, I'm girl, people just been flocking to me and talking, and we've been having conversation.
Girl, don't you be like, buddies. Don't you be like, where did these people be coming from? Like, you be so quiet to yourself.
Past you like 30 times. You don't walk past me like 40 times, and
then now you want to start.
Now we have a nice little work buddy situation going on, but it was so crazy to me how many people like are so uncomfortable with being by themselves.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely a thing.
They're like, well, you take yourself out? Like, what does that mean? Like, you go eat by yourself, or you go and like, you know, even with just living by myself, or like not dating, or not, you know, whatever the case may be. A lot of people really have a problem with like being alone, and that is so scary to me, because this is such a beautiful space to be in. To just grow as a person, you know,
learn yourself.
You know, there's so many
selfish
things.
with yourself.
Be selfish.
Yes, be
There's
selfish
so many
with
things
yourself.
that you not even aware of what you like, what you don't like, or just trying new things. And I wish that we normalize that more, stepping into our womanhood, or even with men as well. You know, I think a season of self is just very important, and I really push that on people as often as I can.
Yes, on people, not just women, but men also. Like, sometimes you need to take that time to like really get to know yourself before you could try to give yourself to anybody else. You got to give it to yourself first.
Absolutely.
First and foremost.
Absolutely.
But to answer your question, I would say like you said, being like really selfish with yourself and putting yourself first, and just taking like the quality time to, like you said, get to know who you are and be comfortable with that, and really like do the self work to really work on it and figure out who you are, what do you want to do, before you try to sit here and try to be around all these other different people. Like, be okay with being by yourself. Like, I'm alone by myself all the time, just like how you are. I've definitely went through that season when I was by myself, and you know, like sometimes I would hang out with my friends, but I enjoy my solitude.
Yeah, like you know, you enjoy your own company. Genuinely.
Yes, I genuinely enjoy like my solitude. Literally, I will go for a walk. I will go for, you know, go to a restaurant by myself and get some food and just sit there and just enjoy my time. I don't have to talk to anybody. I just enjoy my time. I take a book, listen to a podcast, and I'm feeling good.
Yeah, like it's not crazy. Like I thought it would be more people who are like that, but it's not. It's actually a lot of people who are so opposite and are like, that's weird, or that's awkward, that's different. It's like, what?
When you tell people like, yeah, I go out to eat by myself, they like, by yourself? I'm like, yeah.
They're like, you don't feel awkward? Well, you just on your phone, or you just like.
I feel like sometimes like we'll do certain things and we feel like people are looking at us, but in reality, sometimes people saying be paying you attention, but most of the time people are really not paying you that much attention. Yeah. Like, people are really just thinking about themselves, doing what they want to do. They don't really give a damn if you sitting there by yourself eating your food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's really, like you said, like a head thing.
It's a head thing. And sometimes like that can hinder us from doing certain things or stepping out of stepping out into doing certain things that's uncomfortable. Like, oh, that makes me so uncomfortable. I don't want to do that. But it's like sometimes that's what's necessary. That's what you need to do.
Absolutely.
I have a question for you. Yeah, girl. So the fact that we are in our, because, you know, we talk about grown women in our grown era. So what is something that you would say that you would tell to your younger self? I know this is such a cliche answer, but I feel like I really love this question because I feel like it really makes you think about like your past and who you were before versus who you are right now. So what would you tell yourself?
What would I tell my younger self?
Yes.
What would I tell my younger self? I would tell her so many things. You have value.
Yeah.
You are beautiful. You are capable. You are bigger than you can even imagine.
Yes. Love that.
I feel like also to hang on. This is like to my inner child and to everyone out there watching. Or this is to me and to you guys. Hang on to your inner child.
Oh, yes. I love that.
At one point, I definitely let her go. And mid-20s was like a very fucked up era for me because
Girl,
it was just a weird time. I definitely let my inner child go, and she had the creativity. She had the Zaza Zoom to Erin, and
I love that Zaza Zoom. That's cute.
And I just feel like growing up, adulting, and you know, coming into the real world, I kind of just let her hand go and tried to figure out who am I supposed to be at this big grown age. And girl, I went through a lot of trial and error and lessons, and you know, a lot of healing. And I'm holding on to her so tight right now because she is actually telling adult me, like, girl, you have value. You're that bitch. Like, you are bigger than what you know, and we're here. And, you know, I'm not going to sell myself short. So I would just say, yeah, that I have value.
Absolutely.
I'm taking up space.
Taking up space. Being taking up space.
Yeah, being. What about you?
Girl, saying so much as I think back on my life, and I think to myself, like, wow, who would I tell young Dariona? Like, what would I tell her? And I would tell her, like, you are powerful.
Ooh.
Like, you are powerful. You don't even know how powerful you are. And like literally, like you are a powerful being.
Yes.
And everything that you have, you know, been like afraid of, because I feel like as a child I was very much like timid, very much like shy and stuff like that. Well, not necessarily shy, but like I used to be so scared to like take chances. And like you said, like when you get into that grown, like your mid-20s, girl, same. In my mid-20s, not forgot, but I still had the things in my mind, but I was just scared to go after it. And when I was a child, I used to just be so, like you said, just out there, so just like full of life.
Yeah.
But when you start experiencing things and start experiencing life, you just kind of start to forget, like not forget, but you just be like literally life is happening right now, and you're going through all these trials and tribulations, and you're learning, and you're getting hurt, and you're just going through so many different things. But I would just tell her, like, just to be bold, man. Like, literally be bold.
Yes.
Be bold, be courageous, and know that you're powerful. Like, you're beautiful. All the things that you feel like is awkward about you is like really
that's what makes
you.
That's what makes you.
That's what makes you you. You know, like that's what makes you you. And I so agree with you when you say like you're holding on to like that younger you now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like literally that was the space I was in like last year, and I'm like walking into this year, I'm like, me and her, we holding hands together, and she looking up at me like, I'm so proud of you. Like you
she
are
keeps
really
me young.
Yes, like you really like that girl for real.
Girl,
Like you are that woman.
Yes.
and you are literally stepping into so many rooms, and like your aura is so magnetic. Like you are radiant.
Yes.
Like you literally are radiant, and you are so powerful. And I didn't know how powerful I was until like I really started to walk in my purpose, walk into being the woman that God is really calling me to be. Like I never even imagined myself being who I am right now.
Same. I've definitely done a complete 180, and I just
Sure.
It just feel good. It just feel good to not be in the same space a year ago. It feel good to not be in the same space as January. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like when you can actually feel and see your growth. Ooh, that feeling is unmatched. You know what I mean?
It feels good. And also I feel like sometimes like we would say, oh, like if I could go back and change certain things, but also think about this, like if you didn't go through those experiences that you have went through, even the good and the bad. Let's just say that, like, even though you've been through so many tough situations and you have good times and you have bad times, you cry, you did the most. Like, you felt like I was at my lowest. But that didn't, if you didn't go through those experiences, that wouldn't shape who you are today.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have gained the wisdom. You wouldn't have gained the growth and you picking yourself up. Because, yeah, I was there, but I don't want to be there no more. But if you, like you say, like, you don't want to talk to somebody who has not been through anything.
No.
Like who has just this good old fairy tale story. Like going through things builds character. Of course, we don't want to go through pain, but it's like it's a balance you have to go through.
It builds character.
It builds character.
And it builds
resiliency.
It builds resilience. It builds a path. Because, I mean, we go through shit and then we always hear, I mean, our you know what's crazy? Our parents tell us a lot of times, you know, oh, that's not your friend, or, you know, oh, don't date him, or don't do this, or don't do that, or if you invest in this, it's probably not going to be a good idea. And, you know, you got to bump your head to learn lessons. Yeah. And I think the greatest part about bumping your head is that when you learn the lesson and you get up and you move forward, you know, it's a whole nother gang load of people coming behind you about to do the same thing, and you could pass the advice on, the experience on. So, I mean, it's all about perspective. Yep. It's all about learning and just seeing things from a bigger picture. And we want to ask you guys, what is something that you would tell your younger self if you had the opportunity to do so? And you guys could share your responses with us on all socials, TikTok, Instagram, comment on our personal Instagrams. That again is Sunday Sips Podcast _, or you can mention me at Elite One.
Or you can mention me at Dariona. That's DARION 4 A's _.
There we go. Yeah. I really enjoyed catching up, girl. We are about to catch a vibe, go get some lunch.
Yes, I'm so excited. We not about to talk like we ain't just been kicking it. Y'all,
I feel like our friendship has been very busy since we met. We are getting ready to go to Columbus, you guys, to see Janae Aiko. We are so freaking excited. I'm so excited. This is my first concert.
I'm so excited to see Janae. I love her.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
And then like a week later, we got tickets to see Tim. So y'all, oh my God, if you follow me, you know, if you know.
She loves Tim. I love Janae. She loves Tim.
She's Janae. I am definitely a Tim's girl. I'm so freaking excited. But yes, you guys, please let us know how y'all are enjoying the Sunday vibe.
The Sunday vibe, the best duo.
The best new duo.
The best new duo.
We look so fucking good. I can't get over it.
We look like we just glowing and
glowing. We just Miami did me right. Like the tan is still tanning.
The tan is tanning for sure.
But anything you want to leave them with? I love you guys. Please be on the lookout for the season 4 of Talk Tender. It will not be an official big social media drop. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just gonna pop out with the new episode, and I want you guys to tune in.
Pop out. So keeps coming.
But yes, I love you guys. I love you. I had a great Sunday chat with y'all. Follow me on Instagram. That is Elite1. It's the underscore somewhere in there, but
definitely said it's the underscore somewhere up
definitely
there.
Follow us on social media. Sunday Sips Podcast _ Anything you want to leave them with?
Stay happy, stay blessed, and be happy. Yeah.
There we go. Until next time, we love you guys. See you.